You know, I have not seen somebody this buck-broken on my side of the political aisle in quite some time. The last time I've seen somebody this buck-broken before was Jack Murphy, but let's be real, is he even on the right? But let's see why I'm calling V buck-broken today. This is a screenshot of a post from V by Atheist Takes on X. Reddit atheism PTF'd Christianity for 2 decades and still hasn't recovered. England has churches shut down, etc. And so it may be cringe, but God, it's effective. Well, that's quite a take. But let's see what the fruits of Reddit atheism brings us by going to the front page of r/atheism at this moment of recording. Alrighty, so we're here at the front page of r/atheism. Let's just take a look at some of the headlines, shall we? I don't really feel like diving in deep into this degenerate cesspool. We could tell the fruits of Reddit atheism just by the headlines alone. So first one, dozens of white clergy are signing up to run as Democrats in 2026 as progressive faith leaders push back on the political dominance of the Christian right. Good luck to those people. Good luck to those people. But why specify white in this? Why? I thought this was about religion, not race. Tucker Carlson is resurrecting Christianity's ugly tradition of anti-Semitism. Oh wow, it's shocking. The internet atheists, they sure love Judaism quite a bit. They'll rip on Christianity without second thought. They gotta give a little bit of thought before ripping on Islam, but they'll never ever rip on Judaism. Ain't that quite a tell? My mom said my aunt will give me the riot act if I don't believe in God and I'm scared. Aw, boo-hoo-hoo. I'm so sorry. Edginess aside, I'll actually pray for this person that they'll understand the Lord or whatnot. I think that's a good thing to pray for. Next headline. Atheism is ruining the world. It kind of is, my friend. It kind of is. We're living in a secular hellhole, and the way that we could recover, at least partially, is by America and Western Europe and Eastern Europe too, parts of Eastern Europe, to become truly Christian again. The vacancy of the MAGA mind. Oh, wow. The NPC calling somebody an NPC. Wow. Color me shocked. Oh. Christians shouldn't be going to the hospital when they get sick. Oh, that's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious, dude. I don't understand where this particular mindset comes from. It's like, you know that doctors are still children of God, and that science helps us understand God's creation. I don't think these types understand that. Okay, well, let's continue on just a little bit. This group sometimes leaves me in awe. Yes, I'm left in awe at the stupidity of the group, and I can't believe I used to be one of these people. Lord have mercy on me. Male 22, attending a dinner with evangelical family members tonight. Pretty sure they'll pressure me about religion. As an atheist, how can I make it less hostile without straining family ties? Huh. I could see why this got ratioed a little because, well, Reddit atheists, they're the superior ones in the family. You can't have good relations with religious people, according to them. Again, how is that not a religious doctrine? Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, and then of course, this fake story got upvoted. A TikToker is exposing churches that refuse to help a hungry baby. Many houses of worship preach compassion, but practice indifference. Yeah, you fell for a fake thing. This whole thing was fake, by the way. I think we get the idea. I think we get the idea of this place. And then, naturally, you can see how this plays out on places like X. The fruits that are being born of Reddit atheism is just rotten. They're just fucking rotten. Anyways, let's get back to dunking on V, shall we? If you ask me, I think the most rotten fruit from the tree of internet atheism has to be the constant and consistent defense of pornography. Even when I was an atheist, I very much hated pornography and how widespread it is. As it turns out, this is a subject V constantly talks about, non-stop. It's like what Aristocratic Utensil said all the way back during the Goonergate drama. It's like Melanie Mac broke V or something. I'm gonna read this next post here, and I dare somebody to try to tell me how this isn't a buck-broken reply. The whole anti-porn argument is feminism repackaged. Male gaze is bad. Men should like women unconditionally and have zero standards. Drawings can't consent. Sexualization leads to rape culture. Hey V, do you want to know what the actual anti-porn arguments are? It has absolutely horrible effects on the brain, especially the male brain, and it also changes how men view women and how women view men. That's the crux of the position, and it's absolutely a reason why that stuff was burned in 1930s Germany. And no, V, it's not just a drawing. Drawings are meant to inspire feelings in people. And yes, drawings can inspire lust, and lust is a sin. And then also, what does this whole screed have to do with women having the right to vote? I'm as anti-feminist as they come. I'm very vocal about the fact that I don't think women should have the right to vote, because I hate voting, period. Also, in regards to that bit about standards, V, us Christian guys are very much red-pilled. We absolutely have standards, and we also want men to have standards as well. Gee whiz, I wonder which man taught us to find the types of women worth marrying. I believe his name starts with a J, and his last name starts with a C. But honestly, this take is really bad because it just shows that V has absolutely no interest in understanding anything about the Christian position on this issue. It's almost like he has a vested interest in this subject, because I wonder what he's selling. Let's get to this next take of his, shall we? Pretty much. It's on the level. If Christians keep fucking with me over petty shit, then I will support Islam, so Christians will have something else to worry about. I'm not even kidding. And if Islam takes over, then I'll flip the table and leave the country. They should have left me the fuck alone to begin with. When I was in the atheist community, many had this mentality. The post which he's replying to is from a guy named Metatron. Interesting fellow. I have some major disagreements with him in regards to theology, but that's for another video. I know it's actually rather petty for me to focus on only 2 words, but I want him to define what petty shit means in the context of this post. Is it the stuff he's been arguing with Christians about, primarily pornography? Oh, wait a second, there is something rather important that I just remembered, and I just so happen to have the post right here. It's a post he wrote in response to a lot of flack he got from Christians in regards to his demonstrably untrue and bullshit post about Joan of Arc. She's a saint in the Catholic tradition, and Scurvy's Orthodox, so we don't venerate her, to help some people understand. This would be like if V wrote a post in regards to shit-talking Saint Olga of Kiev. Rightfully so, the Catholics got mad at him. With the context established, let's begin. I see a lot of Christians getting triggered, but I'm yet to be explained. How exactly is a person a saint for leading a Christian army killing other Christians? And why is it the same church that burned 19-year-olds at the stake getting to decide retroactively, a few decades earlier in fact, that she is now a saint? So sanctification requires ink and a piece of paper. Wow, such a wise and based belief system. How could I have not made sense of it earlier? First off, what an utterly reductive take. Us Orthodox, as well as the Catholics, take veneration of the saints very seriously. And in both the Eastern tradition and the Western tradition, declaring somebody a saint is a very big deal. If you did any sort of research on the subject, you would know that it's far more than just somebody writing something down on pen and paper. In regards to the previous post, I also wonder if this has to be part of the petty shit he was talking about. It ain't petty to us. That whole post was designed to basically piss off my Catholic brothers and sisters in Christ. And it worked, but I'm glad that V got heavily ratioed. Mayoshi, the aristocratic utensil, asks, V, you know why you get asked why do you hate Christians? Yeah, shit like this is why. Don't worry, Spoowoon, you'll have a proper impression short video in the future. But yeah, I would genuinely like to ask that question if you truly do hate Christians, V. Despite my harsh tone in this video, I don't hate you, I'm just very much annoyed with you as you currently are. Before the Goonergate drama of last year, I used to watch your stuff quite frequently. I knew you were a degenerate, but that wasn't your whole identity at that point in time. You also used to have a sense of political acumen that you no longer have. But now, all you talk about is the same shit over and over and over again. It got really boring. The reason why I call you buck-broken is because every time I take a look at something you have to say on Twitter, it's either porn good or Christians bad. Not being able to talk about anything beyond your pet issue is a sign that somebody is very much buck-broken, like Will Stancil or Evan Loves Worf.
It do be like that, Mr. Stancil.
Alrighty, with all that being said, I'll catch you guys later. Wait a second, we're still not done here. I guess we're not, because at the time of recording this, I have been blocked by V. I'll post the reason as to why on the screen. Honestly, the argument that his acolytes, him and I were having basically proves something to me at this point. Lolbertarians really do not understand a single thing about civics. They're so focused on themselves and the now so much that they cannot possibly be bothered to think about other people. I swear, when you start talking about force around these people, their brains just completely turn off because they cannot handle being wrong. Now that's been mentioned, it's actually giving me an idea on a future video that I want to do, talking exactly about how libertarianism is actually quite similar to communism. But anyways, when I found out about this information, I was laughing my ass off, and rightfully so. How the hell do you reach that kind of conclusion after I presented my argument like that? It is really laughable, and then I remember, oh right, he's a gypsy, they're prone to lying. For real this time. With that being said, I'll catch you guys later.